Just imagine Rob naked, and then we can't see it there. So I didn't. Yeah, hey everyone, it's Paddy over at TIA here, and we got Rob Balasabas from TubeBuddy. Rob, thank you, my friend. So good to see you again. I can't believe we're doing this. It feels like we haven't done a live stream together for
I
almost a
know.
year. It feels like it, doesn't it?
I know. It's good to be back, man. Good to be back on the live stream with you. Hello, everyone. Good to be here with all of you. Really excited for this, Patty. I mean, it's a topic I love to talk about, YouTube. So
Absolutely.
super pumped for it.
All right, so for anyone who doesn't know who Rob is the partner manager over at TubeBuddy, and TubeBuddy is pretty much the best tool that you need to have on your YouTube channel to basically analyze, get the best keywords, and organize what you need to do to grow your channel. But Rob, could you give our viewers here a quick rundown who you are and a bit more about the
Sure.
platform?
Sure. Yeah. So, hey, everyone. TubeBuddy is a YouTube software. So, we're not part of YouTube. We are a private company, but we are fully YouTube software. We've been around for about 6 years, and we have just over 6 million YouTube channels that use TubeBuddy, have installed TubeBuddy into their channel. There's a free version, and then we've got some paid features as well. And I'm sure Patty will hook you guys up with a free trial link there to get started.
Oh yes.
But yeah, we just love YouTube, man. We help a lot of creators, all sizes, solopreneurs, solo creators, all the way to big media companies and big brands. So yeah, I'm really pumped to help you guys with any YouTube questions and just your journey on YouTube, and however I can help you guys today and bring you guys some value. So yeah, thanks, Patty, for having me.
Mate, you're welcome. And I want to give a shout out to National Gaming, who was on
Hey.
my last live stream. Hey, National, hope you're doing well, mate. He was really interested to learn all about YouTube, because we were talking
Great.
recently about Instagram. He's like, I want to learn about YouTube. So here you go, National. We brought you probably the best guy in the biz to teach you all about it. So, Rob, I know I'm going to kick this question off
Sure.
with like the classic question that pretty much all beginners ask, which is, is it too late for me to start
Right.
growing a channel on YouTube?
Yeah, it's a great question. It's a fair question. We have limited hours in a day, and we have so many different projects, and I'm sure opportunities coming our way. A lot of shiny objects. One of the things, I guess, I answer this question from a personal standpoint, is that I started creating content and videos for LinkedIn, which did really well. Did really well. Started to build an audience and a community and sort of a personal brand on LinkedIn, made a lot of connections. I think that's really great. Creating content is always really good. The problem that I came across is that all of these platforms, when you look at them and you're creating videos and trying to generate leads and all that stuff, you have to do a lot of work sometimes. And sometimes there's a bit of a ceiling as to, the number of people you can reach. And so I started looking around and saying, okay, well, I'm putting this much effort into creating content. Where else can I put my content, my videos, so that it can just do the work for me, and so that it can, reach more people organically, be found, and all that stuff. And so I started looking around, and naturally I kind of landed on Google and YouTube. And so that's when I started shifting a lot of my content over to YouTube. And now, the shelf life. Let's talk a little bit about shelf life, Patty. So if you post something on Facebook, right, most likely within 48 hours or so, your post is pretty much dead. Like there's nothing, like nobody is seeing your post or your videos. Same thing with LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a little bit longer just because the algorithms are a little more friendly to organic content. You don't have to pay to play so much. But then I started looking at YouTube and looking at talking to different friends and partners and colleagues, and they're uploading videos from a year ago, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years ago that are still getting found in search, right? And, my content is generally tutorial content. So I'm answering people's questions and helping them with different things that they're trying to do with videos and software and tutorials. And so it's almost it's like it's classic content, I guess. It's like it doesn't really get old unless the software kind of changes UX. But for the most part, strategies and things like that, people are still finding this, and the other thing about it is that there's monetization. So to your question, Paddy, is it too late? No, there's lots of creators that are creating a lot of, just getting started. And YouTube's job is to deliver the best content for the person searching. And so, it's a very fair place, right? So if your content is good, if it is up to date, it's timely, it's got a lot of quality and brings value, then there's always room at the top on YouTube. So yeah, I think it's not too late. There's lots of little things, and we can talk about it, Paddy, that YouTube is trying to do to support newer and smaller creators as well.
That's awesome. And you said something very interesting there, which is I talk about this on one of the other webinars that sort of live streams that I host. I talk about like the 5 different types of content you can create. It's like value-based content. So it's like valuable, actionable, life cycle focused, unique, and evergreen. Yeah. And what you were saying there about you've got content that people are still searching for after so many months or even years. That's a great example of evergreen content. And I think for a lot of people, they've got to figure out who it is that they want to help, or what problems perhaps they want to address, or the questions that people are asking. So, do you think there's like a good method for them to do that research in advance, or is it just a case of in your case, is it just go with your heart and see what sticks? I probably recommend we don't do that, but you think?
No, it's great. It's really, it's a great question, Paddy. Thanks for. So, so again, my own journey on YouTube. I used to just create whatever somebody would DM me, Paddy, and be like, "Hey, Rob, how do you do this thing?" Or you mentioned this thing. Oh, it's a good question. Let me answer that question. And so I would film a video, I would answer it, I would edit, and then I would end up trying to upload it to YouTube, and kind of be stuck because now these keywords that I want to go after are very competitive. And so I learned, it took me a while to learn this, but I kind of flipped the process around. And so now what I do before I do any videos is I research first. So I do the keyword research first. That way I know that, hey, this keyword is good, or this keyword is pretty competitive. There's a lot of big channels that are going after this keyword, and they have videos already. It's ranking. They have multiple videos. They're dominating, right? So think about it like Google searches, right? So if any of you come from the the world of blogging and trying to rank your different web pages, same thing, right? So what I would suggest, starting today, if you're already on YouTube, research first and then create the videos, right? So when you research, you can understand, okay, well, you actually come across better ideas sometimes. You're like, for example, for me, I'll create a video on LinkedIn Live because I do a lot of LinkedIn Live, and that's kind of one of the topics that I talk about. I will research it. It's actually very competitive. But when I go into LinkedIn Live tips or LinkedIn Live gear, LinkedIn Live cameras, LinkedIn Live tutorials, or how do you apply for LinkedIn Live? It's a longer term. It's a longer search term, but there's less competition, right? There's less competition, and that's fine. So you want to do that. So you also want to build multiple videos around the same core keywords. So if it's LinkedIn Live tips, then I would create LinkedIn Live tips for coaches, LinkedIn Live tips for fitness business owners, so then you create that. So then when people are searching that, YouTube knows that, hey, Rob is all about LinkedIn Live. That seems to be one of the core topics on his channel. Anybody searching for LinkedIn Live or watching other LinkedIn Live, videos or tutorials, let's start suggesting some of Rob's content, because it looks like that's what he is talking about. He's that's what his expertise is at. So really, really important to think about that. But yes, Paddy, so do the keyword research first, then spend the time for the videos.
Awesome. And but what if you're you like doing a lot of things? Because we have an audience here that we have people that are like triple, quadruple threats. They're like actors, dancers, singers, internet comedians, so many different types of people. So what would you say is the best way for someone just to pick one and start first?
Yeah, that's a really good question. So if you're, we're all
Sorry,
multi-talented
I'm hitting
people,
you with the
right?
hard questions today.
I know. We're
I
all.
gave Rob zero preparation.
I know. This is all
This
like
is a
this is
real
all.
test of his knowledge, everyone. So let's make sure we keep it up.
Yes. Ask all the questions. I see some questions in the chat here. Happy to answer any questions too, guys. So make sure you drop them in there. But yeah, so if you do multiple things, I think the way that I best look at it and advise people is, are all of those topics, is it the same person that is interested in all those topics? So, for me, I would love to make a channel about coffee and YouTube and, skateboarding with kids. But no, that like the general population, or like that person that I want to address, is probably not going to be interested in all of those things altogether. So what happens is, it's like if you watch a show, right, and it's all about cooking, and then all of a sudden, like the next episode, they talk about skateboarding. You're like, what is this? Like, what are you talking about? Like, I came here for the cooking stuff. And so that's really how it works with YouTube and also your audience. So, a lot of YouTube creators have said, like, don't post a video that your audience didn't subscribe to, which to me makes a lot of sense, right? So
it does, yeah.
If you caught their attention with a cooking video, and now you're like an expert in, Greek cuisine or whatever, and then all of a sudden you start creating, again, like a yoga video. It's like, because you love yoga, you were in Greece, you did this thing, whatever the story is. It's just they didn't come there for the yoga, they came there for the cooking. So don't do that, right? If you want to grow. Now, if you don't care about really growing fast, if you this is a hobby, this is something that you're just sharing your lifestyle, and there's some channels like that, Paddy, like it's a lifestyle vlog, right? So you're capturing people based on your personality more than like the content itself. There's a big difference. So if you want to be this lifestyle vlogger, you're reviewing restaurants, you're also, taking people around New York or your city or whatever, meeting some friends and interviewing them, interesting people, like, that's a different approach. Like, that's not, there's still a lot of things that you can plan out. You can still do keyword research and make sure your titles and descriptions are, optimized. But your approach to the audience, like the person that wants to subscribe to you and your subscribers, are there for your personality, because you're funny, you're entertaining, you're living a life that maybe they want to, they're aspiring to, right?
Aspirational content.
Aspirational content. So there's a difference. So understand that with yourself first. Have that really like tough conversation with yourself. What am I going to be here on YouTube? Who am I going to be? Because that could be different things. Now, you could start that way, Paddy, and have like cooking, yoga, motorcycles, like all of the stuff. And then as you put up content, you'll notice that maybe people are coming more and more for the motorcycle videos. Okay, well, maybe this channel needs to be that, and everything else I'm going to take out and then put on a second channel. And if you do that, you'll probably find that your channel will grow way faster, right? So if you're here to use YouTube as a business, then my suggestion is to have a really specific channel. The deeper you go into a channel, the faster your channel will grow. That's just in general. That's like 99% of channels out there. When you decide like, hey, if I decided my channel right now is all about live streaming and software tutorials and different things. But I guarantee that if I said, okay, well, this channel is just LinkedIn tutorials, it's going to grow way faster. Now, is that something I want to do? Not really, because I don't want to just talk about LinkedIn. My audience is not just interested in LinkedIn. They also want to learn other things around video content. That's why my channel is not super deep. But if that's you, yes, that's really the way that you do it. Now, there's also other channels, Paddy. Like there's a guy out there that does like cartooning. So he just does like cartooning tutorials. So all you see is his hand and a piece of paper or his iPad, and he's just drawing. And so he does those. And sometimes he'll make like tutorials. Sometimes he'll make like little short cartoons. And it's been growing okay. He separated his tutorial content into a second channel. And now that channel is growing way faster because that's his business. So because he takes the tutorials and say, hey, if you want to learn more, go to my course, right? And so that grows way faster. So you can get really, really specific, even within your own content, the type of content that it is, right? So there could be, for example, like if you are a Taekwondo channel, a sports channel. And so people like seeing you kind of vlogging around, going to tournaments, and then you'll have some tutorials. And then if you separate that, put the tutorials in one channel and sort of like your, highlights and like your vlogging, your lifestyle stuff, your fitness stuff, what are you doing with your diet into a different channel, those channels will probably grow way faster just because it's just so much more specific. So
got you.
That's I'm a horrible guy for long answers to short questions.
That's fine, man. This is amazing. There's some great questions that are coming already. What you said was interesting. I was having a conversation with my wife earlier this morning. She's got a friend who wants to become a tech reviewer. Now I have just found out he has a channel. So if you're watching this, mate, I'm going to give a shout out, Spencer. If you're watching this, mate, if you're watching a replay, how you doing, sir? Spencer's got a YouTube channel, 7,000 subscribers.
Nice.
But it's for his like motorcycle like adventures and driving and stuff. Nice. But he wants to do tech reviews. But he changed his channel to he basically changed the name of his channel and stuff to tech reviews.
Nice.
And I said to my wife, I was like, he's basically at zero now because like he's not creating that content that is for that specific audience. Like you said, they subscribe to see him drive his motorbike. So Spencer, like, you're starting from scratch, man, but that's all good. Like, we're here to support you, and obviously stick around at the Influencer Academy because we've got loads of tips to help you get started. But I want to quickly jump on a couple of questions here.
Sure.
So one of them actually is about keyword research. Oh, actually, no, sorry. The first question actually was, is using Google Trends, is that a good way to research like what's trending well, or what videos to look at or to start creating? Sorry.
Yeah, absolutely. Google Trends is great. Paddy, do you mind if I share my screen?
Go ahead, man.
I'm going to show you guys. Okay, so there you go. So this is our YouTube channel. Again, this is the TubeBuddy tool right here. So anytime you see this little TB red logo, that's a TubeBuddy tool. So you just click on this. I just want to really quickly show you guys Keyword Explorer. So Keyword Explorer is right here. It's actually included in our free version. And so you can do keyword. So right here at the bottom, actually here. So let's say motorcycle vlogs, let's just say, right? So you can do that. You can search here. You can search all of this. You see all the little recommendations here because we're pulling data directly from Google and YouTube. So similar to like when you do a search on Google or YouTube, it gives you suggestions. And so that's one place to go. And we can talk about that later. But in terms of trends, you can see at the bottom, a lot of people miss this, but you can see what's trending. And so this is pulling directly from Google Trends. And the cool thing about this is that it actually easily allows you to select the country. So if you are one of those channels that maybe it's a non-English channel, or maybe it's your local business and you're targeting, folks that are local, you can see maybe in your data that, your views are coming from a specific country. Then that's great. Then you can kind of see, hey, what's happening? Let's see what's happening in your hometown, Paddy, in the UK. So you can see here what is trending. This is real-time trending directly pulled from Google and YouTube, Google Trends. So I can see here that these are some of the trending topics. We got that little impeachment going on there, but So all of these different topics here. These are all trending. So now going back to the question there, Paddy, we can stop sharing if you want, but going back to the question there, is Google Trends a good approach? Yes, definitely a good approach. Now, you don't want to reach too much, right? So if you're, if you are, let's say a cooking channel, and there is something around, something trending around
scrambled eggs. Gordon Ramsay's scrambled eggs.
Yeah, scrambled eggs.
That's the one that everyone wants to do.
Yeah, exactly. You want to see if there's a way to naturally connect your topic, your core topic to that Google trend. Then definitely go for it. Like, create that video. That's going to give you a spike, right? It's not going to give you long-term success, but it's going to kind of give you a spike because you're going to ride the trend. People are going to see the trend, searching it, and then you may be found or suggested. So you may be found in the search if you're using the term or that keyword that's trending in your own videos. But you got to be really quick, right? Because it's a trend. So it might last for a day, a couple of days, maybe a week. You got to ride that trend. So it's going to give you a spike. And then hopefully in that spike, some of those people subscribe. And so that's what people call like sort of, if you look at the graph, it'll kind of give you a new normal, I guess, a new standard, right?
Yeah.
So if your views are kind of going like this, and then you hit a Google trend, you get a spike. Hopefully, like your views are not here now. Like let's say 100
it's like
views,
a slight bump
up,
and it's
right?
sort of, so you want it to sort of do this over time. Yeah,
exactly. And so that'll help you, right? That'll help you for sure. So do that whenever you find it. Like keep your eye on the Google Trends, and there's a lot of channels that's an approach that they try to do on a regular basis. Like they're just like regularly keeping an eye on the trend. Let's just ride trends all the way through. Can be exhausting, but yeah. So yeah, definitely Google Trends is a good place to look.
Absolutely. There's an interesting question here around double niching. So Curve says, would it make sense to have content that kind of blends together? Like for instance, mukbang videos, they're crazy, those videos, aren't they? The amount of food some people eat is unbelievable. And how you stay fit whilst eating all of that. Actually, there is... I actually subscribe to a lady that does that. She's like a fitness instructor. Nice. And she does like weekly cheat videos where she'll eat like 100 Krispy Kremes, and she's like 5'0", weighs probably like 70 pounds. It's like as much as like my leg or something. So it's great. Yeah. So I would say, look, there probably is like people that want to watch that, because I'm one of them. But I think the question is like, would it be wise to double niche straight away, or perhaps could Curve here just start with the fitness and then do like the mukbang, or do the mukbang and then, like you said, bring in the fitness after?
I love that. Yeah, great question. Great question. Is curve there? The great question. First, yeah, it does remind me. There's a guy there named Anthony Santana. So he talks all about live streaming. So just like any other, here's how you live stream on YouTube, on Facebook. But then he's speaking directly to gamers. So that's like his audience, like live streamers, but specifically for gamers,
I see.
Yeah, people playing Fortnite or Minecraft, live streaming it, let's plays and stuff like that.
I think I saw him recently. He's got a course. He's got a course, I think.
He's got a course. Yeah, he's building a course. So the cool thing about Anthony is that when you see Anthony and you look at his channel, you immediately know, like, this guy's in shape. Like, this guy's in shape. This is like, not what you think of. Not what you think of. Like,
the controller looks about this big. Like.
Yeah, exactly. It's not like it's not like what you would think of as like like typical
the
gamer.
Stereotypical guy.
Like the comic book guy, from The Simpsons or something. Like he is this guy's in shape. So what he's doing, he's actually showing how to stay fit and healthy as a gamer. So this is how you build your business. Yeah. This is how you live stream. This is how you build your business as a gamer, getting affiliates and like brand deals. But also, these are some of the things. Instead of eating this while you're playing, like you do this. This is like how you schedule your day so that when you're creating content and doing like your videos and your live streams, you take breaks. And like he's just like he's putting together his two sort of like passions, which is live streaming and gaming, and then also staying in shape and fitness. So it's a very, very interesting mix. Now, to answer your question there though directly. You got to look at the audience. So is the audience really are they going to be there for that blend? So the mukbang vids and then also staying fit. Probably, right? Probably.
Yeah.
Now you're probably going to do better initially by focusing on one over the other. But then my suggestion is to test the second. So if you choose mukbang vids, that's what your channel's about. But then test the fitness and sort of like, health tips by using YouTube Shorts, right? YouTube Shorts, like really like low, like less work, like 60 seconds or less. You can upload that to YouTube. You can look it up about YouTube Shorts, but you can just test it. You can just see, okay, maybe you do 5 videos of like mukbang videos, and then maybe a video on health and fitness and how that kind of correlates. Or you can talk about it in your mukbang vids and say like, by the way, like here's one way that I stay, fit. This is what I do. Like looking at the different ingredients maybe, and like, instead of using this ingredient, I use this ingredient or whatever, but you want to seed that. You also want to look, and something that's kind of like out of the box is if you have another social platform like Instagram. If you have Instagram or Facebook where you have maybe your audience as well, maybe test that second topic on Instagram first or TikTok, and like, you know, rather than like putting it on YouTube, because YouTube, it's there for good, but like maybe start doing some like, you know, Instagram stories or TikTok around it, and then seeing if your audience is interested, then great. Maybe then it's worth it putting on YouTube, right? So again, going back to the initial question though, before earlier is, you know, if you're doing this for business, then you want to make sure that you're growing as fast as possible, be as niche as possible. If you're doing it to get brand deals, yeah, it might be really good. Like a brand might really that supports, yeah, you know, here's Eat Our Food. We're a healthy brand. We want to make sure, you know, that's top of mind. They might really find value in you doing some health content because that's what they support as well. So if you're going after brand deals, right? So you want to, that's going to probably be really attractive, you know, for you as a brand to do that for sponsorships.
Amazing. Appreciate it, mate. Thank you so much. So National Gaming's got a quick question now around like the specific niche of gaming. Now he says, please tell me some tips for a gaming channel. Now obviously there's a lot of tips, so Rob, I hope we've got a couple of hours free, but I think here my thoughts are is that you've got to, I think in the world of gaming, you've really got to get your keyword strategy down to like a fine tee, and like you said, ride those trends, because I can imagine, you know, you can't just write, you know, Fortnite kills, you know, unbelievable Fortnite kill or Fortnite kills 2021 and stuff like that. There's gonna be so many people doing that, so you're gonna have to think outside the box. What would you say, or what would you say is some good tips?
Gaming. With gaming, I mean, all the things that we just discussed, keyword research, focusing down, you know, focus on a game initially, you know, that's one way to niche down. So if you're a Fortnite gamer or Call of Duty or, you know, Roblox, whatever, Minecraft, you know, whatever game it is, like focus down on it, because then you'll be known for that. There's lots of, you know, my son, he's big into Fortnite right now. Before that, he was playing Minecraft. So I could kind of see, it's really interesting, right? Because people like, they're just watching. They're just like literally watching people play video games. So, but the big thing about it is that depending on the game, make it a little bit different, right? Like there's a guy there, I think his name is SB something, I forget now, SB737 or something like that. But he's a huge Minecraft gamer, all about Minecraft. And so what he's done is he's built characters. So then it's almost like a show, right? Like every Sunday, like they want to see, hey, what happened to Jack? Like Jack is like a character that he made up inside of his world on Minecraft. And so it's like, but then he also has tutorials. This is how you build this house, or this is how you build this bridge, or whatever. You know, the other thing, so build your own, try to be a storyteller even within the game, and put characters depending on the game. The other thing about gaming is that gaming is very much a community thing too. Like especially like let's just, one opinion is Fortnite. So a lot of kids will play Fortnite and, you know, just hang out with friends. You know, they'll have the audio on and stuff like that. And it's just a way to hang out with friends. So make sure that you're building community with your audience. You know, let them get to know you. Do live streams. So National Gaming, do live streams where people can kind of see, you know, just kind of hear your voice and like, you know, kind of play along with you and stuff like that, especially if, I'm not sure what game you play, National Gaming, but so build community. Also think about building a community off YouTube. So whether it's Discord or, you know, some Facebook groups or, you know, but yeah, most likely Discord for gamers. So think about building your own Discord server so that you can like funnel them into Discord. And then when you have a new video or you're gonna be going live and doing a let's play, then you can put it on Discord. Like, hey guys, I'm gonna be doing a let's play. Come play with me on this server or this on Sunday at 7 p.m. or whatever. And then you drive people there. So that's gonna be really good. They're also gonna be supporting you. So then, you know, think about the business side. So whether it's gonna be Patreon or some type of, you know, YouTube membership if you have access to it. But start thinking about that as well, because, you know, maybe merch, right? You know, there's it's not a gaming channel, but there's a guy out there called Odd Ones Out that my son loves. This guy makes cartoons. it's like, this is like got merch everywhere. So
Oh, really?
start looking at merch too, right? So, and we haven't really touched on monetization yet, Paddy, but yeah, as far as gaming community, and then also storytelling, even within, your content.
Amazing. Appreciate it, man. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
So there's a couple of questions. So Sarah from Princess TV says, Rob, Paddy, so far so great. Love your talk.
Thanks, Sarah.
We've also got, let me see, YouTube viewing only yet. Man, I've got 10 to 12 notes on here. Thank you, Rob and Paddy. Sending love from Manila.
Oh, right. Mabuhay, man. Awesome.
And we got a couple of questions here. So Annie Keith has asked how to form a huge network with the help of YouTube. I think if you've just joined us, zoom back to the start, because we talk about starting with your research, like start with your keyword research first before you even decide to drop a video. There's a couple of other questions I want to quickly jump back in it. Oh, like El Fernandez says, hi Paddy and Rob, interesting talk, amazing. So I think that's actually, I think we're done with the audience questions at the moment, but it was interesting what you said about community, because I think that's something that I think a lot of people don't consider. I think they post a video and they hope that, that when someone subscribes, that's it. Like the main way that they talk to that audience or that subscriber is the video, like, leave a comment below, like that's it. But I think there's so many other ways that you can do it. And there was someone in here that's talking about, actually, let me quickly bring it up. I know I saw it in here. There's a lady from Australia, a lady or guy from Australia who has a small business. And here we go. Kashfia. Hi, Kashfia. So I'm working as a digital marketing specialist in a tech company, and we manage social media presence of some of our colleagues from Australia, but I'm a beginner at YouTube. Marketing, we have a very small audience. How do we drag that audience organically? Or how do we, I'm sure that's a grow audience organically. So I think, for business, like you were saying, Rob, it's going to be a matter of like focusing like sort of squarely on your niche and what people need help with, especially for a bit. I guess the question would be, Kashfia, would be like, what is your business about, or what is what's the niche in question? Because I'm sure there's going to be questions around that. How to do X so you can do Y, or how to go live, on Twitch or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, great question. Thanks for asking that. The thing with YouTube that a lot of businesses, the mistake that they make on YouTube is that they kind of see it as an opportunity to make commercial videos. So rather than trying to make educational videos, right? So you don't want to, people don't want to be sold on YouTube. They're there when they go to YouTube, they want to be entertained. They're kind of taking a break, or they're playing it in the background while they're working. They don't want to be sold to. That's why people skip the ads, right? That's why people are doing brand deals. Like companies are trying to get in the videos because people are fast forwarding or skipping through ads, or they have ad blockers. So that's why brands have to work with influencers and YouTube creators to get their products in front of, their target audience. So that being said, when you're creating videos on YouTube and you want to grow your audience as a business, just answer questions. That's really literally all it is. So do the keyword research and then answer what people are asking. So, you can do keyword research, again, using TubeBuddy or Google Trends and all those other tools. If you have a website, then look at your own FAQs. Look at your competitors' FAQs. What are the questions that people are asking? And then turn that into videos. Now, you don't want it to be a long video. Initially, if you have a small channel, you can't command, 10, 15, 20, 30 minutes yet. So don't feel like you have to explain this is how you set up a Facebook ad campaign. It's going to be way too long, right? So break that up. Start trying to make 2, 3, 4 minute videos, really, really small. You have to earn that, watch time. Watch time is something that a lot of YouTube creators will talk about. Watch time is one of the main metric that YouTube looks at. The way that YouTube looks at is that all of our videos are like products, right? And so our channels are kind of like little stores for YouTube. So if they see this video has a watch time, the watch time is the value for YouTube, because remember, YouTube wants people to binge watch on YouTube. They don't want people to leave YouTube because YouTube makes money by serving your viewers, people watching your videos, serving them ads. And so the longer that they are watching your videos, the more eyeball time that they have to serve people ads, right? And so you got to work with YouTube on that. So if I mean, if you have a 30-minute video and people are watching 20, 25 minutes of it, that's incredible. Like people will, YouTube will love that. They'll share that to more and more people organically. You don't have to do the work. But if you have a 20-minute video and people are watching the first minute or two, and then they're like, I'm out. This is like, then that video is not going to go very far. So start making 2-3 minute videos. And the format is very simple. Hey guys, this is what you say. Hey guys, in this video, we're going to be talking about how to set up your, LinkedIn Live. All right. And then that's it. And then you go into it. All right. Here's what you do. First step, second step, third step. Awesome. Hopefully that was helpful. Make sure you subscribe on your way out, and I'll see you in the next video. That's like literally it. Like don't try to make it longer than it needs to be, because remember, YouTube is paying attention. If it's a 3-minute video, how many people watched the whole 3 minutes? Okay, well then if they did, then that is a good product. Let's share it with other people, because this video keeps people on YouTube versus if they had a 3-minute video and then after like 30 seconds, people leave. They're like, then your video is what's called like, it's an exit video for YouTube. So people are leaving. Like you're the door out. Yeah. So like
classified.
Yeah. Like I'm not
gonna,
yeah. So YouTube's crazy. Like, we're not sharing this video with anyone. Cause I like most people that watch this video leave YouTube.
It makes sense, right? Why would they want to share? Why would they want to share it if they know they're not going to make any money off it? But it's interesting. The format that you say, hey, it's Paddy and welcome to my channel. This video, we're going to be talking about how you can grow your YouTube channel in 2021. And here's how you do it.
Yeah.
Beginning, middle, end. It's when you watch like most, like I say, most niche, like especially cooking, I really like cooking videos. And the people that are doing the best, like I saw people that, there's a guy called Ethan Chablowski, his name is, he went from like 20,000-30,000 subscribers, and I think he's at 500,000. Like I'm not joking, like since, let me see, like July last year, July to about now, he hit this like incredible like wave. Nice. So he went from that to a couple 100,000 in like 2-3 months, but he follows the format. He's like, hi, I'm Ethan, I'm a home cook, I'm a home chef that's passionate about home cooking, and I want to teach you all how to do it too. Like that's his intro. So he tells you who he is, and then he says, in this video I'm going to show you how to like smoke your own sausages or something on those lines.
That's amazing.
No double entendres anyone.
That's amazing.
But yeah, you see, like he followed that playbook.
Mm-hmm. That's it.
And I think a lot of people could take like there's a lot of those best practices, tips. Those best practices really do work.
That's it. Paddy, let me share my screen real quick. I want to share this on that note. There's a channel here called Rishi Draws. And I know we haven't talked about this, but I want you guys to really take a hard look at YouTube Shorts. So Rishi, he does these like really cool, like drawing tutorials, but he's doing, if you notice all of the videos, they're all 1 minute long, right? Because that's what a YouTube short is. It's kind of like a TikTok for YouTube. Yeah. And all of his videos, from maybe like a few months ago when he started really blowing up, is just 1 minute videos for the most part. He has one here that's like 14 minutes, but that's like one out of like 40 videos here. I mean, look at his subscriber base, 365,000 subscribers. And he built that on really short, quick hit tutorial videos. How to paint a car in Procreate, which is the tool that he uses. How to paint your plushie, my top favorite brushes. And it's all these 1 minute videos. So definitely go check out this guy's channel because he just used YouTube Shorts. And again, this is a big topic. YouTube Shorts is something that YouTube is pushing. Because it's kind of like, it's like their version of TikTok, and they're like their answer to TikTok. So it doesn't have to be long. It just has to have a lot of value, and YouTube will do the work to push it out to people that are looking for it. Yeah,
it's amazing, man. Yeah, I've definitely seen way more. I've definitely seen people that every time I watch a short, and I go and check that channel out. Mm-hmm. I've looked at a lot of the creators now look like they're transitioning. Certainly a lot of their primary content now is going into that shorts world, because I think it is big. I don't know if this is like a myth or anything like that, but I get the feeling that YouTube is prioritizing the shorts above like the usual videos. Perhaps this is just a way for them to
100%.
test what's happening. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, 100%. YouTube. So right now, guys, like looking at the landscape of videos and social media, TikTok is killing it, right? Like, well, it is what it is. TikTok, has the attention of the next generation. It's starting to get the attention of, folks in the 30s and 40s too now. The boomers, yeah, like old guys like us, right, Paddy? So, but definitely the attention of the next generation, right? And so YouTube is losing some of that viewership to TikTok, and so YouTube can't lose that battle. Like they can't lose that battle. And so that's what the answer is Shorts. And so they're putting a lot of resources into Shorts. Shorts for the most part will actually get pushed a lot harder by YouTube to newer audiences. I've been starting to use not TikTok, also TikTok, but YouTube Shorts on my channel. And I've noticed that usually about 2 days after I post it, it goes like flat and then it goes up like crazy. Like somehow it gets picked up. They're pushing it. And who knows what the future is? Who knows what happens there? But again, it's just it's just the way people are consuming content now. There's still room for those 10-minute, 20-minute videos and tutorials and vlogs for sure. But Shorts is here and TikTok is here. And so you got to use both, all of that. And I know like a lot of folks here are just starting out, Paddy. So I don't want to overcomplicate the game.
Yeah.
But you can kind of take a pause today, take some of this content and think about it. And then either, use some of it or like maybe think about using YouTube Shorts. But definitely, hopefully you guys are picking up some of the little things here that you guys can use now. There's a question here from Brandon. Is that okay, Paddy?
Yeah, I'm gonna pull this up. Yeah.
YouTube Shorts. There's actually a couple questions. Somebody asked like the future of YouTube in India. So on that note, YouTube Shorts is, as far as I know, available in India, but it's available everywhere. So what I mean by that is that there's an actual YouTube Shorts app or feature where you can upload your vertical video under 60 seconds, just like you would to TikTok or Instagram Reels. Like it's the same interface on your phone. Now, if you don't have access to that, because I know that it's mostly in India, but then also some people are getting beta access outside of India, you can still upload just like you do with your YouTube, like normally on your desktop or your laptop, a vertical video under 60 seconds. And the only thing you have to do, Paddy, is add hashtag Shorts in the title. And then that becomes, YouTube picks that up automatically and it becomes a YouTube short. There's also a thing called the YouTube short shelf. So it's like a YouTube short shelf. And basically that's like the goal. That's like the goal. If it gets on the YouTube shelf, you'll know because it'll go from like flatline all the way and it'll just like skyrocket. And so because it basically gets into the the viewership highway of YouTube where like they're putting where people are consuming, when people are just like scrolling through, like that's what it means. When you get on the shelf, that means your short got on where people are just scrolling through and they're seeing all
that's the beauty of TikTok. Like that, just the way that they built that whole platform is like so,
I know,
my opinion is like light years ahead of the other social media platforms, because it is just the very first video that they serve you some videos the very first time you walk in, and then the first one you swipe on, then that's it. You're on the merry-go-round of similar content. It builds that, I don't want to use the word echo chamber, but that is like essentially what it is, that you're getting that chamber of like content that you just want to see time and time again. And there's something to be said there, that's something that ties into TikTok. That's something that ties into YouTube, what we talked about earlier. YouTube only wants to serve the content that people want to search and see. So you have to be, like all things, you have to be giving the people what they want. So
exactly. Yeah, Paddy, can I one last tip on Shorts?
Yeah, go for it.
So if you guys already have long form videos, like if you've been on YouTube for a while, you've uploaded some videos, you can also use Shorts to promote those other videos. So use it like a trailer. Right. So if you have like, let's say, if you have a tutorial on, again, cooking. So if you have a cooking sort of like step-by-step tutorial on how to make this dish, and it's already on YouTube, like it's like, full blown 10, 15, 20 minute tutorial video, Paddy, then make a short now of you just like, sorry, my wife just gave me coffee here, but like make a short of your, you just like doing a pan, like a really cool, like sort of like 15-20 second like video, like, you know, maybe just music, and it's just like delicious breakfast or whatever, you know, like the way that TikTok would do it. And then just say for, you know, and then maybe at the very last like couple frames, just say for the full tutorial, click on the link in the comments. So then because people are finding your shorts, then take them from the shorts and then into like some of your other videos, right? So think of it that way too. Like, don't just think like, oh, I gotta make like funny dancing videos and stuff. Because it's not like that.
Although you're very good at them, Rob. You're very good at them. Just check out Rob's TikTok. It's called Rob Dances.
No, I don't. No, but yeah. So use it as a trailer to promote your other videos. But really don't try to sell. Don't try to make a full blown thing. You can make, like, if you look at some of the, like, even Rishi Draws, for example, he'll make a full like 1 minute tutorial on how to use one thing, like this tool. So make it really fast hitting, right? This is perfect. Like if you are, selling, courses, for example, this is awesome, right? Like you can make like 5 steps to setting up your Facebook ad. You know, first go do this, then this, then this, and then maybe you do something in the middle where it's like kind of you doing something funny, and then you're like step 4 and 5, and then for the step by step, go click the link down below for my, my PDF guide or whatever, or like sign up for my free course or something, right? So it's like, just use that, right? So just think outside the box, be entertaining, right? There's a little bit of an entertainment factor that's needed here, because that's why people are searching and kind of scrolling through. They're just looking for funny videos.
Personally, it has to shine through. It can't be, otherwise, like everyone would just be making like AI, voice to text. It's awesome. Instructional videos, although I'm sure there are, those Reddit videos, and those Reddit, Reddit reviews. People they have like text to speech voice reading. So crazy. People made like a couple of million subscribers just from that. Such a great idea, just from like a revenue perspective. Because they're the type that keeps people on like long, because he's just telling stories, and people I listen to him all the time. I want to quickly quickly give everyone just a quick give a quick shout again, Rob. So Rob is obviously the partner manager over at TubeBuddy. So it's the tool that you can use to actually go out and grow. Grow your audience, do the keyword research. We had a quick demo today, and if you joined us, if you join us on the replay, just zoom back to the start, because it does give an overview there. But what I wanted to do is actually share a link in the chat, and it's essentially a free trial for everyone that's going to be that joined us on the webinar today, and is joined us on the replay. So you get 30 days free on TubeBuddy. So tubebuddy.com/free trial. $A = TIA. This is an affiliate link. We will get a small commission if you decide to stay on your plan as per FTC requirements. Everyone, if you're promoting something, you need to disclose that if it's an affiliate link or not. But definitely go check it out. Rob and I have worked together we actually worked at a online course business together. So I trust everything that this guy says. This company TubeBuddy is the best in the market. So you can take my word for it. Him and his business over at TubeBuddy will take your channel to the next level. I want to just quickly do one last question for Curve. Curve's been so active today, and also just quick shout out to our friend from Manila as well. Dude, I'm going to apply this as soon as I wake up tomorrow. Thank you, Rob and Paddy. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
Thanks for staying up.
And how do content creators, especially those where monetization is not offered in some countries, how do they make money if they want to make a business? How do they go about getting ads and sponsors? So I think we can both probably answer this. But
Rob, Paddy, why don't you go first, man? Because this is something that you know very well. So go for it. So
I'm going to talk less about ads and sponsors and more about building your own community. So like Rob alluded to this earlier, build your own audience. When you build your own audience, you can sell essentially anything that someone is interested in. So like the instructional the person who's doing the instructional videos, just bring up the name, Rishi. So Rishi is teaching, drawing. Okay, well, he's showing how he's doing his drawings. At some point, he's going to have a course that's like, this is how you draw on an iPad. I'm going to show you in 5 steps how to go from like beginner to pro in 2 seconds, right? That's one of the ways to do it. Building an audience up, getting an email list is the best way. It's the way to make the most money. Now, there is another way, and Brandon actually want to give a shout out here, mate. So he does affiliate marketing. Absolutely another great way to do it. You can join Amazon Associates, where you pop in the affiliate link, just like the tier one that we had here today with TubeBuddy. Put it in the description. But also with that, you can join other affiliate networks. So there's like Commission Junction, ShareSale, Affiliate Window. You can go to brands directly that have affiliate programs. And, I would actually recommend just go to Google and just search, the niche that you're in. So if it's cooking, best cooking affiliate programs, because there's a whole industry just around getting your program to rank high for those search terms. So if you're looking to partner with those types of people, with those types of brands, you can already see how to apply, how much they're paying, and how well the site's converting. As for ads and brand deals, I know Rob, so also just quickly, TubeBuddy is part of BEN, Branded Entertainment Network, which is probably one of the biggest. What would you say? Is it an agency or is it like a media business, media agency?
Yeah, it's kind of a media. Yeah, it's kind of a media business, but it's product placement and influencer marketing agency for sure.
Yeah. So Rob, now I know obviously BEN and TubeBuddy recently came together, but based on what you've seen so far, what would you say are some of the best ways for those that are starting out or for those that are looking to get a brand deal? How should they? What should they be thinking about?
Yeah, well, I think, as far as they're definitely happy to talk about brand deals. I think you covered most of it, Paddy. So especially for a smaller creator, smaller channel, if you can't get monetization, guys, YouTube AdSense it takes a long time. It takes a long time. You need 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours in the last 12 months. And even once you get it, it's not that much money. Honestly, it's not that much money compared to all these other revenue channels that Paddy had mentioned. So the first thing definitely is affiliates. Paddy mentioned that affiliates. Look around your house, your table, your desk, and what are the products that you're talking about? What are the tools that you're talking about? Software you're talking about? TubeBuddy obviously has an affiliate program. The email marketing tool that you're using probably has an affiliate program. All these different platforms have affiliate programs. So people are looking to you. Remember that they trust you. You're building trust and loyalty with your audience. And so if you say that you're using a tool, especially if you're teaching that tool, then they're going to want to sign up for that tool. A great line, super simple and basic, that people that I've heard use, and I'm starting to use it now too, is so you can follow along with me. So this is how it goes. So then you're like, hey guys, in this video, I'm going to show you how to set up this email campaign. I'm going to be using blank, whatever the email tool is. I've got a link in the description. You can sign up for a free account so you can follow along with me, right?
Very smart.
Then you're not selling them to, there's a benefit. I want to follow along this video. I want to learn how to set up this email campaign. So I'm going to follow along. The other thing is memberships and courses, right? So taking them from YouTube, free content. Now you want to take them, hey, if you want to have more access to me, I do live streams here or do this. I've got other things, where, YouTube is good because it's got free resources, free content, but it's in different order. It's not in the order of this is how you do things from A to Z. This is, I want to build an online agency, a digital marketing agency. I can probably stitch together 30 videos, or I can sign up for this person's course that takes me from step one, creating my business name and registering my business all the way to hiring my first, designer, right? So it's courses, memberships. You're selling access at that point. You're just selling access to yourself and your knowledge. Merchandise, right? I mean, I'm wearing a Facebook sweater, but that's kind of different. But if you have merch, this takes a little bit longer. You do need to have a community and people that are loyal to your brand that would go and actually want to wear your stuff. But merch is a good side revenue as well. It's also good for branding. I know a lot of creators will use tools like Teespring and Printful and all of these drop shipping.
So drop shipping stuff. Yeah.
So you don't even have to pay anything. You just get paid a commission if people buy your stuff. And a lot of creators have actually opted not to make. You can set whatever your margin is. So if their shirt costs $10, you say, I'm going to sell it for $15. So then you get $5 for every shirt. Some creators have opted not to make any revenue. They just want to get the people wearing their shirts and then taking a selfie on Instagram as a way to promote and grow their channel. And then before I get into brand deals, services and consulting. Very important, very quick. Like it's one of the quickest way to money. So, if you are, again, a Facebook ads person, you're teaching people how to do Facebook ads. By the way, hey, if you guys are interested, you can reach out to me if you guys need some help or want to set up a coaching call on how to set up your Facebook ads specifically for your business or your clients. Right? Okay. That's it. Using Calendly, tools like that, where they can book the call, but before they can book a call, they have to pay $100, $200, whatever your hourly rate is.
Rob's is $1 million, so we're very lucky to have him here. We're spreading the cost out.
Not at all. And then, so brand deals, guys. So brand deals, don't be afraid to start looking at brand deals, even if you have a smaller channel. If you have a smaller channel, I actually like working with smaller channels on brand deals a lot more because they typically have a much more loyal audience. Right. So if I have like 500 subscribers or 1,000 subscribers, I know a lot of the subscribers. I read all the comments, I engage, I reply. Like people know me, they're DMing me on Instagram, and I have time to reply in general. If I have 500,000 subscribers or 1 million subscribers, most likely I have a VA helping me with comments and all these other things. I'm a little bit more disconnected in general. I mean, there's some really big creators out there that have done it really well and scaled. But for the most part, they're a little bit more disconnected. There's a few people in between them and their followers and subscribers. So if you have a smaller channel, then you have a lot of value, because if you say, hey, buy this product, or this is the product I use, I endorse it, then your audience is probably going to be even more loyal to you than somebody that has a big channel. So don't be afraid to do that. The main thing is set up a media kit, right? There's a lot of tools out there. If you go to Canva or easel.com, there's templates for media kits. And so a media kit,
we've got one at the Influencer Academy as well.
There you go. Perfect. So it's like a resume for your brand.
Absolutely.
So send that out. Don't reach out to brands and say like, hey, this is my channel. Can you sponsor me? It's like very no. So send a media kit along with it. This is my, this is like how big my audience is. This is what my content's about. And then don't put prices to your media kits. I mean, depending, but my suggestion is not to put prices.
It's interesting. I think, Vanessa Lau, I think, has different approach that. I think she wants it like 100%, but I think when you're at her level, there's a reasonable expectation that you're probably your price is going to be pretty high.
You're filtering it. Yeah, you're filtering it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So that's what I would say as far as like that. And then also just try to think outside the box and try to work on longer term projects with brands. Don't just say, hey, can you sponsor one video? Hey, can we talk about I really think that, look at the brand and say like, hey, I think that there's going to be I think you need some help with awareness, or I think you need some help here, let me create some content with you for that specific reason. So kind of think as being part of their team. And then also to start off, Paddy, one last thing is to tie it back, be an affiliate for that brand first. So if you want to sell I want to sell these shoes, I want to be sponsored by this company, be an affiliate first, and then start sharing their content and creating content around them. And then when you come in and say, hey, I want you guys to sponsor me, you look at all the content I've already done. My audience loves your stuff. And whenever I do a video, they love it. Let's work closer together. How can we do that? Right. And that's going to be an easier sell. Yeah.
Great advice. Now, there was a couple other questions in here around how to start content creation on a low budget, but I realized we hit the hour. So what I would say to everyone is if you really loved today's video and you want to see Rob and I, just let Rob come in to share his wealth of knowledge. Give us a yes in the chat. Let us know. Give us a like and hit the subscribe button here at the Influencer Academy. And if you're here on Facebook, come and follow us there as well. So, Rob, thank you so much, mate. It's been an absolute pleasure. I can't believe we left it this long before since we've done our last live together. Let's do another one soon, sir. And I'm looking forward to catching up with you in the coming weeks, mate.
Yes, sir. Let's do it. Thank you. Thanks for having me, Paddy. And nice to meet everyone. See you around.
Thanks, everyone.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.